I'm making this vid mainly because I can't understand anybody. I don't. I'll tell you something I was bitching about in my head was that if you hate so much to where you cannot stand where they come from more than what they mean, then you might want to take a step back. You might want to take a look. The thing about certain religions is that they are not able to coalesce. They're not able to be a part of who we are. No matter how, no matter what. I mean, we sometimes we could say with that religion, oh, everyone that I know from that religion, they're very peaceful. They don't do anything wrong. Yeah, they're weird, but they're okay. They don't really bother me. Well, what do you think's really going on in their heads? What is going on in their books that they read? Some books say, well, so and so must die in the end, along with other so and so's must die. Some religions are like that. Now, when you're dealing with Christians, that's not the fucking truth. And I don't want to hear that shit about the old things and all that because any Christian does not depend on the old things. They depend on the, the transformation. So here we go. This is Australia and shit that's going on there.
How can you reform anything that is the basis for it? Muhammad was no Jesus. He wasn't a hippie. He was a warlord.
Let me back up in case that wasn't loud enough.
How can you reform anything that is the basis for it? Muhammad was no Jesus. He wasn't a hippie. He was a warlord pedophile. So if your whole religion and your followers believe that is the perfect person, you explain me a way to reform billions and billions of people from that. It's impossible. And it is not compatible with Western values.
Well, I think it's a question of modernisation, that all religious texts that come from the Middle Ages have got issues of compatibility with modern civilised values. I mean, it's not just Islam. The Catholic Church has had a hell of a time in the Child Sex Abuse Royal Commission and has obvious problems that it needs to reform and modernise as well. A lot of it's also in the way in which that holy book is interpreted. If you want to find radicalism in any religious text, you probably can. And the problem is the people who go looking for it.
Why is it always some white person who sticks up for something they know nothing about, something they never grew up with, something they have never read? Because you can't read these things and then still think what they're saying. Why is it always the white people? Why are you so cupped, white people? Go ahead, sweetie.
Well, if I can tell you something, that guy who's talking, first of all, I know you know he's alluding to Christianity, right? Because he thinks that teaching came out of the Middle Ages, which means he doesn't even know his history. It's a lot older than the Middle Ages. And he does not and has not read he hasn't read the Bible. He has no Christian education. Because if he did, he would understand that nowhere in it does it tell you to go kill anybody. But he's been told that it does. Because that fits the narrative. So he doesn't understand his history, he doesn't understand his Bible, and he doesn't know the first thing about Islam. None of it. He shouldn't even be allowed to speak on it.
Amen.
Make it harder for them by modernising the book.
Whenever this subject comes up and people start talking about, oh, it's interpretation, people need to be aware there are really like 4 schools of thought. You know, when we talk about interpretation, it's about, you know, when you behead the person, what size should the sword be? But the person's still beheaded at the end, you know. And one of the
Absolutely. When you behead a person, what size should the sword be? And every gay should be thrown off of roofs. While you here in America, you have the LGBT going, yay, certain religions, yay, we want you here to throw us off of roofs. How fucking stupid could you be? How stupid could you be? Oh, never doubt the stupidity of man.
One of the things that I put to, for example, Waleed Ali, I say, you know what, you want to talk about interpretation? Well, there's an hadith that talks about the judgment day will come, and this is in the future. This is not talking about back then. This is still to come, when there is the caliphate.
And look, talking about that, I'll bring that down to fucking modern day fucking the religions of major America. When you have people, here's what it comes down to. A comedian was making a joke the other day, and the comedian said something to the effect of, "Oh, it's good. We should be able to kill our babies," and the crowd went wild. The crowd actually, yeah, yes, we should be able to kill our babies if we want. Yes. You talk about a fucking macabre. You talk about a fucking horror show. All you got to do is fucking look at America.
It says the Jews, you have to fight with the Jew and kill every Jew, and the trees will go, oh, Muslim or servant of Allah, there's a Jew behind me, come and kill me, come and kill me. Now, I don't interpret it in a peaceful way for me, please. You can't. So we need to stop giving excuses just to be politically correct, because that is all that is. It is trying to make them feel better about the ideology that is corrupt.
The vast majority of all religions adhere to good Australian customs. And it's that small minority that are making it worse for everyone. And if you ask the vast majority, they'll agree with you on that too. We're just not enforcing the laws there already.
I just have to, one more thing. I agree, and everybody always uses that. The vast majority of Muslims are peaceful. As a people identify as Muslim. But that's the people. Anybody who actually is devout to...
That's where I disagree. This is where I disagree. And this is kissing ass too. Just in order to fucking stay alive in politics. I get this, but I disagree. If you believe in that damn book that certain people believe, then in your head, you know that certain people should die. Not just certain people, but another group of people along with that. I mean, I'll say it again. That's just the way it is. And I'm not going to say the people.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, go right ahead.
I don't think it's that the majority of Muslims are peaceful. I think it's like the rest of us There's only a small group who's willing to say what we really, and honestly, I think they all believe it. 10% of Muslims are peaceful, just for an example. They're not peaceful. They're just the cowards who want the other 20% to, carry out everything they believe is supposed to happen. They want other people carrying that load because they're cowards. And they don't have the conviction of their belief.
I agree with what you're saying. I was trying to leave their names out of it, but that doesn't matter, because that is the truth.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it. But that doesn't matter to me. That don't. Let's say I was involved with a rattlesnake club. I mean, we used to have these certain groups of religious people who believed that rattlesnakes, you could be bit by rattlesnakes and live. Way up north from me, not down here. We all fucking know better down here, because that just wouldn't make fucking sense down here. But they still believed in that, and they still do to this day. So why in the hell would anybody still stick up for them? Why would anybody think that they're still on the right side of things at any point? As a matter of fact, if those rattlesnake clubs blew up, if they went to every city and blew down every major building, and we went to war with them, why in the hell would we say that, oh, we should feel sorry for those? We should feel sorry for them. We should bring them in, because they're just a religion like everybody else, and we should love them. Who would do that? Nobody would. I mean, this sick shit that we got going on, which ain't nothing but sick shit, that's all it is. It's sick. Sick shit. When's it gonna fucking end? And how's it gonna end?
Islam, and that's what Sydney was trying to say. There is a difference between people and the ideology. Most Muslims don't even understand their own faith. If you are devout to Islam, there is no way you can possibly, if you are really devout, there is no way you can possibly be peaceful. It's not possible. The laws are against it. And it's not like you can't compete. If you want to talk about, Christians, they hate gay people. When Christians start throwing gays off buildings, let's talk about it. All right? When Christians start throwing gays, there is a problem. And you need to be able to say it and discuss it without fear. And you don't need to justify it by comparing it to other religions, because they're not the same. The only reason why there are any similarities is because Muhammad stole from Christianity and Judaism. He took from both of them and made it violent. But it is violent.
One last question.